Hi, I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, and I'm the creator of Clay's Canucks Commentary here on YouTube. And while the matchups between the Blackhawks and the Canucks aren't as intense as they were a few years ago, it's still a lot of fun when the two teams get together. And today, I'm happy to support my namesake, Clay Schlegel, with this video. You are watching Hawks Recap.
Sucker blue. I want to overreact. What was that? This is going to be a good year. Not this game. The best game ever.
Hello and welcome to the super spooky edition of Hawks Recap. And I know what you're thinking. What's going on? There's something different about this. Yeah, this game, this night, too spooky for me. Hawks go into Vancouver, lose to the Canucks 4-2, but that's not even the worst of it. I did this entire video already. I did it. It was done. And then I realized I didn't have my mic on. Not only that, but I'm in a bit of a time crunch. So we're going to have to kind of go through this quickly, reshooting this. And I apologize for that. I am super pissed that I didn't have my mic on and I lost all that footage. It seriously sucked. But you know what doesn't suck? Clay Emo doing that intro bit for me. Awesome job, Clay. Seriously, if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. Put your fandom aside. He may be a Vancouver Canucks fan, but nobody's perfect. All right? Put your fandom aside. Go check out his content. You'll be glad you did. He puts out great stuff. I have a link to his channel down in the description. Seriously, go check it out. Plus, I mean, his name is Clay. You can't go wrong with it. All right, so like I said, on a bit of a time crunch now after wasting so much time shooting the original footage for this video, and I apologize for this. This is not how I wanted it to go this night. Just too spooky for me, seriously. Holy cow. This is where those One Take Wednesday videos, those experiences come into play for these moments right now. So the Blackhawks playing in Vancouver without Patrick Kane. He is out with an illness. Blackhawks starting their Canadian road trip here. They're in Vancouver, and then they're going to be in Edmonton and then Calgary. Vancouver and Edmonton back-to-back. So we're starting off the front end of a back-to-back here. Crawford and net. Blackhawks come out to play, look good. They look like they've had 3 days of rest. They look fresh. Even without Kane, they're controlling play. Everything's looking good. They're shutting down the Canucks. And the Canucks are a team, they're in rebuild mode. They are in their first year without the Sedin twins. If you want to be a playoff team, you got to beat this team. And right now, the Hawks look like in the first, and they score first. Just about 7 minutes into this game, Brandon Saad, who was buzzing this entire game, probably the best player for the Hawks this game, gets a pass from Kunitz in the neutral zone. He goes in, blows by the defenders, goes 5-hole on Markstrom. The puck sneaks in, just barely crosses the line, but it crosses. It's a goal. Hawks up 1-0. The Hawks would control play the rest of the first period, and then with 4.5 minutes left to go, they're on a rush. Hawks looking to increase their lead. Everyone's jumping into the play. Seabrook's jumping in as that extra defenseman. Schmaltz tries to get him the puck, but it's a bad pass behind him, behind everyone. The puck goes into the neutral zone, and Jake Virtanen is just so far behind the play that now he picks the puck up in the neutral zone, and he has a breakaway. Luke Johnson tries to catch up to him, tries to lift the stick, but Jake Virtanen says, no way, Jose. He snipes it top shelf over Crawford, and we have a 1-1 game going into the second period. And this game is officially in spooky mode, a game where you should definitely be winning after the type of play you've had, but you're not. Second period, Hawks start with a power play, and even though they haven't been great on the power play this year, they cash in on this one. Brandon Saad in front providing a screen, something they really haven't done a whole lot on power plays this year. I'd like to see him do more of, and they do it here, and it works. Jonathan Toews then uses that screen and snipes the puck past Markstrom to give the Hawks a 2-1 lead. Just like the first period, Hawks absolutely dominating the second period, but 8 minutes into the second period, they turn the puck over in the neutral zone. The Canucks pick it up. Bo Horvat with the puck blows by Seabrook, who is kind of flat-footed because of that turnover, just wasn't expecting it. Seabrook ends up tripping him, takes him down, prevents a scoring chance. Canucks go to the power play. I would say this was a good penalty for Seabrook to take because otherwise Bo Horvat would have gone power move in and had a great scoring chance. The tripping negated it. Power play for the Canucks. And you know what's better Then a power play for the Canucks. A shorthanded breakaway opportunity for the Hawks. Taves springs Saad all alone with Markstrom. He beats Markstrom up over his shoulder, but doesn't beat the post. Bar down and out. Saad would then kick the puck in, but obviously waved no goal for kicking it in. Oh, so frustrating. Could have made it 3-1 Hawks, but it's still 2-1. Can you name a guy, a player in the NHL that's hit more posts than Brandon Saad over these past 2 years? I don't think I can. And you got to imagine, those spooky posts have to be haunting Brandon Saad. The Canucks wouldn't score on the remainder of the power play, but a couple minutes later, they'd have a little bit of momentum from that power play. They would have a delayed call on the Blackhawks, and Virtanen would get the puck again, and just a quick little snipe, short side, top shelf over Crawford. It makes it a 2-2 game going into the third period. So instead of having a 3-1 game with Brandon Saad scoring a shorthanded goal, it's 2-2. Blackhawks still dominating this game through 40 minutes, but even though they're playing well, the scoreboard says not well enough. The third period would be an entirely different story. The Blackhawks would commit a penalty early on in the third period, and it seemed to give the Canucks momentum. Even though the Canucks didn't score at all on power plays in this game, the Canucks definitely got momentum from it and ended up outshooting the Hawks 14-7 in the third period. Hawks just basically laid an egg after 40 solid minutes of play. About 9.5 minutes into the third period, the Blackhawks trying to break out of their zone. Jonathan Taves with the puck on the boards tries to pass it out to Hayden, who's in the middle of the ice. The only problem is Hayden doesn't have a stick anymore because he gave it to a defenseman who didn't have their own stick. And so Hayden can't pick up this pass. This puck goes straight to Gaunce, and he just takes advantage of it in the slot, just snipes it past Crawford, and just like that, the Canucks have a 3-2 lead. Oh, that's infuriating. Just frustrating. Normally, I would expect the Hawks to be able to come back and force at least overtime in this, but they didn't have Patrick Kane, and well, my confidence wasn't really sky high because of that, and it looked like with the rest of the Blackhawks players, it wasn't sky high for them either because they did absolutely nothing the rest of the third period. With about 3.5 minutes left, the Canucks on a rush, throws the puck towards a driving Canuck player. Brandon Manning, nice defensive play, or at least you'd think, getting his stick on that puck. The only problem is his stick was angled in a way where the geometry, the physics would make the puck go into our own net. So now it's 4-2 Canucks, officially making this game too spooky for me, too spooky for the Hawks, too spooky, we get a loss. So yeah, this game was super frustrating. After the first 40 minutes, you got to find a way to get a point. And they don't, so just absolutely infuriating. But thankfully, the Hawks have a chance to put this game behind them right away because they got to play the back end of their back-to-back now in Edmonton against the Oilers. Cam Ward will get the start there. Hopefully Patrick Kane will be back as well. Last time those two teams played, Hawks played pretty well. Shut down McDavid for the most part, except for in overtime. He got the game-winning goal in overtime. But hopefully we can grab another point there. I'd definitely take that over a game like this. So once again, sorry with how brief kind of this video was. Like I said, a bit of a time crunch because I have to catch a plane tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. Well, today, I guess. This morning. Now. So yeah, a little bit of time crunch. Sorry about that. For the next two games, I'm going to be out of town. So these videos, I will still make these Hawks recap videos, but they'll be more like that video for the second game of the season where it won't be in this setting. It'll be out and about. So apologies in advance for that, but I thank you for your understanding in, well, that life kind of goes on. So thank you so much for watching the super spooky edition of Hawks Recap. I am so glad to be done with this now. Once again, shout out to Clay Emo for the great intro bit. Seriously, check out his channel. Link is down in the description. Like, share, and subscribe. Also, let me know what you thought in the comments below. But most importantly, as always, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time from somewhere else.